In this video, I will be getting ready for a birthday celebration, organizing some summer clothes, baking a gluten and dairy-free cake, creating an outside kitchen, get things done, homemaking, and some ASMR studio time. A few days of coziness to find beauty in the everyday.
And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
The preparation for the third birthday for this month it has begun. Today I am doing all the preparation and baking the cake layers, and tomorrow I'm going to fill in all the layers and decorate the cake. The challenges are the cake has to be gluten and dairy free. I wanna get done all the baking tonight so we can have a cozy celebration tomorrow. Since I'm already baking, I am going to make the breakfast tonight, so it will be ready tomorrow morning. I'm making some almond flavored poppy seeds muffin for breakfast. I only have one mold for the cake, so I have to repeat the process again, which is fine because I can save on washing the dishes just to get done all the 3 bakings together. Oh no! I was very impatient, so now I created another thing that I need to figure out. Now I'm moving on to finishing up the cold cut that I made. These are pork belly. I cooked them for a half a day with some garlic and bay leaf, and then I'm putting them into some paprika powder. The most fun to me is when I get to decorate the cake, so I'm going to create something that matches the personality of my son who's going to have the birthday. Today is the big day, so I'm going to finish up the cake. I want to create a festive table and a cozy celebration. I think that's how I want to describe what I'm trying to create in our home. And now I have to face with my mistake I made yesterday. I have to fix that. First, I'm going to work with those layers that actually stays together, and then I will figure out the rest later. Since we already celebrated 2 other birthdays this month, I have to come up with different versions of the cakes, and I am going to layer this sponge cake with some jam. And I just recently find this gluten and dairy free frosting, and that gave me the inspiration to create this cake. Let's do the fun part of the cake making. I'm going to decorate the cake first and then get around to fix the other issue. There's a specific sweet that I really like when I worked at the bakery, and we use some apricot jam and rum flavor, and we just smashed all the leftover edges from the cake, and it just tastes so amazing. So once I blended these ingredients, I am going to just put it into a mold, and I was thinking this little round shape will represent a little cake. So I can say I made 2 cakes. I made a little one for you. So no one will notice what went wrong previously.
They are certain of what awaits them when it all ends, but I don't know.
The final fun decoration will go on the cake right before we start to celebrate.
Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know. I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? Some people that put their faith into someone who's half their age, reading from a torn out page from a book filled with lies. But I don't know what to do.
The crumbled top of the cake turned into a mini cake, and it's juicy, it's tasty, it's flavorful, and I'm going to decorate that with some frosting and dried papayas. Most of the preparation is done for the birthday, so I am going to start to work on the orders, packing and making some designs until everybody gets home. This cozy and quiet yet busy time of the day is one of my favorite ones. Once all the orders are packed, I'm going to start to work on new designs and other projects. And as the summer is approaching, my schedule will be probably different. I have to figure out a different routine. I'm going to spend more time in the garden and I have to preserve some food. We're going to cook outside a lot. On the summer, we just have less of a structure of our routine. As I started to create the keychains and I started to use them, I realized a new thing I have not thought about before. It's just one thing what I'm seeing, but it's another thing what it feels like to hold it. So some of the shapes feels more comfortable, like this little tree. So I'm going to consider that in the future design as well. Creation is a forever evolving and learning process. We got some good use of this sign in the last couple of weeks. And to add an elevation for the whole setup, I'm going to use a tablecloth, well, just a piece of fabric. And I was debating which one to use, and I ended up with a runner because the more simple the look, I know he likes it better. Opposite side with my other son who loves colors. So it's so funny how different siblings can be. One of the things that is included in the birthday wishes is what kind of food we were going to eat, and the wish was schnitzels. Since I find those gluten-free pankos, we eat this very often because the result is very crunchy and tasty. I have some frozen mixed vegetables. I'm going to add this to the rice as I'm cooking it. This dairy-free frosting came with some little cute confetti sprinkles that were colored with some vegetables.
Ideg?
Milyen volt a napod a suliba? Volt születésnapi hangulat? Későn hoztam.
Min för att det är god. God när samma och samma.
Közéba?
Ja.
Kategóriában.
Új-Zélandban.
Sweet and treasured moment with the family.
De az volt a repülős mindig, emlékszem, hogy kire. Gyerekkorom.
Zizi.
Valami nagyon édes.
Zizi.
Ez csak én élesítem.
Oda beleülni a konyhába, aztán fel.
De egy rácsosnak volt az állam.
Iniziano a ci sono.
Starting a new month and leaving all the birthdays behind. We had a great April. We had so many fun things in the spring. Now we are looking ahead what the summer holds for us, and we're trying to create a bucket list as well. We have some hot weather on the forecast, so I'm getting ready all the summer clothes in my closet. One of the organizing elements I changed in my closet for the summertime, I started to wear more dresses. It's just more simple. I can throw them on. I don't have to think about matching the top part with the bottom. But I needed a different setup for that. For the more proper storage, I like to hang the dresses, but I had this long rod. I replaced that for a smaller one. But just for the summer, on the winter, I'm going to put back the long one because I have pants and shirts and sweatshirts for the winter. But as for the summer, I think this simple change in my closet organization will help me, and I get to see all my clothes I have, so it will be easier to dress in the morning. I also love overalls, and I was able to find one that I really liked. The only problem, I was kind of between the sizes, the small and medium, so I bought the bigger one, but I have to fix it a little bit to adjust. Aha! So this is what's happening with the net I have over the garden. I always thought it was the wind, but it had just a strange pattern that it was kind of dragged out. Well, it was. Look what I find! It was a squirrel! If you're asking where do I get the inspiration for my characters for illustration, well, there you go.
It's the same old story being told inside my head. I'm too shy.
The only problem with this pants that on the back side it's too big, so you can get the sneak peek if I wear it that way. I'm just going to have a simple solution. I had some elastic and I'm going to just sew this on the back part, so it will give enough flexibility, so it's still going to be comfortable to wear, but it's going to hide everything.
Make a move 'cause the store won't stay open till the end. Won't you tear my world apart? 'Cause I know I need a start to let you know when it's over.
The more intense gardening season is just right around the corner, and I know I'm not going to have that much time to catching up with the things in my home, so I wanna do all the deep cleaning and washing all the winter clothes and curtains and just preparing my home for a busier season for the summer. And since the sun is out, I am more motivated to do those things. I still have to clean the windows and I have to wash all the winter clothes as well, washing the curtains, maybe cleaning the baseboards. And another thing on my list is to clean out this rug. What I noticed with this natural fiber, I can vacuum it as much as I can. It's still not going to get very clean. So what I'm going to do, just take it outside. And recently I was able to find something. I thought they don't make this anymore, but to my biggest surprise, I was able to find this on Amazon, wicker rug bashing tool. So we're just gonna do the old-fashioned way. When we built this studio, I had another dream to move the garden next to the studio, and that would be close to our kitchen as well. So that made more sense. And now that the whole setup is done, I am so happy and so glad we did that. Even though it was a lot of work, it was all worth it because now everything close to each other. Processing the harvest will be easier as well. Now I'm creating another cozy spot on this porch, and I even have the outlet to do some cooking here on the summer and just even make a cup of tea will be nice. And I have a bunch of walnuts. I've been procrastinating to crack those. I don't think I'm going to do all of it, but I'm going to start, at least starting to do that, and then eventually I will get to the bottom of it. These are the walnuts that I gathered from my friend's yard last fall. So it dried out enough, and once I cracked all of those, I'm going to soak them and then dry them out, and then I'm going to put them into the oven and roast them a little bit so they will taste better. And meanwhile I'm doing all these, I can have a sip of tea with a new kitchen setup on the porch. The shells will be saved for some projects for the fall when I'm going to do the home decor and Christmas decor. So I'm trying to crack them gently so I can save them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, I have a new video going up on the next Saturday at 6 a.m. See you then!